Today, in the media conference with Lal Goel, which is brought to you by V4 News, Karu News, V4 Stream, Malnadu TV India, News Gaon se, Samvad Sarokar News, Bharat Post News, Gyan, and Organ Donation India Foundation. Our endeavor is to bring to you a topic every day and enlighten you with that. And today's our topic is, as you all know, that the world is celebrating Valentine's Day today. So our topic is Valentine Day in India. Valentine's Day, also called Saint Valentine's Day or the Feast of Saint Valentine, is celebrated annually on February 14th. It originated as a minor Western Christian feast day honoring one or two early Christian martyrs named Saint Valentine, and through later folk traditions has become a significant cultural, religious, and commercial celebration of romance and romantic love in many regions of the world. Valentine's Day, when lovers express their affection with greetings and gifts. There are a number of martyrdoms stories associated with various Valentines connected to February 14, including an account of the imprisonment of Saint Valentine of Rome for ministering to Christians persecuted under the Roman Empire in the 3rd century. According to an early tradition, Saint Valentine restored sight to the blind daughter of his jailer. Numerous later additions to the legend have better related it to the theme of love. An 18th century embellishment to the legend claims he wrote the jailer's daughter a letter signed "Your Valentine" as a farewell before his execution. Another addition posts that Saint Valentine performed weddings for Christian soldiers who were forbidden to marry. The feast of Saint Valentine was established by Pope Julius I in AD 496 to be celebrated on February 14 in honor of Saint Valentine of Rome, who died on that date in AD 269. The day became associated with romantic love in 14th and 15th centuries when notions of country love flourished, apparently by association with the lovebirds of early spring. In 18th century England, it grew into an occasion in which couples expressed their love for each other by presenting flowers, offering confectionaries, and sending greeting cards known as Valentines. Valentine's Day symbols that are used today include the heart-shaped outline, doves, and the figure of the winged Cupid. Valentine's Day is one such day when the whole world joins hands to make you fall in love. India is a land of love, well known for its culture filled with ancient traditions. Our sculptures, literatures, and history, as well as mythologies, are replete with timeless love stories. The land of Khajuraho's, Konark's Sun Temple, and Vatsyayan's Kam Sutra do not need any new introduction. In India, our religion and culture teach spiritual love and sacrifice, where sacrificing love for the sake of the greater cause is always glorified on one hand. On the other hand, we celebrate erotic sculptures of Konark's Sun Temple or Khajuraho Temple, where love that brings life to this world is glorified. So it is not justified that Valentine's Day is alien to our culture. The origin of Valentine's Day is from the Western country. But now the whole world celebrates Valentine's Day, including India too, as a day for love, a day for expressing love for the beloved. The Indian tradition of love, expression of love are quite different than that of the Western world. But Valentine's Day has slowly become a part of Indian culture, especially in urban societies. On Valentine's Day, people do show off their love in public, which is not acceptable to our society and traditions. In India, Valentine's Day is driven more by fashion and show off and less by emotions and feelings. There are many days in our culture and tradition to celebrate the relations. Raksha Bandhan for brother-sister relation, Karwa Chauth, husband and wife relation, Tej, etc. for couples who are engaged or married, Bach Baras, Hoi Athe for son and mother, girls as Devi Ma during Navratri, etc., etc. So why to celebrate a new day which is mainly enjoyed by young couples which are not officially engaged? The celebration of Valentine's Day in India began to become popular following the economic liberalization. There have been protests against the celebration by groups who consider it a Western influence. Almost every year, law and order problems occur on 14th February in many cities in India due to protest. Media conference with Lal Goel wishes you all a very happy Valentine's Day. Now, to discuss this very, very important day, because why we are discussing, because today's day is for the love. And we are from the country where we all pray and we all honor Lord Krishna. And I at least belongs to the land of Lord Krishna. And I know Lord Krishna represent love only. His love was eternal love for all. And that's why Valentine's Day to celebrate in India is good or bad. We will be analyzing. We have very elite experts with us, and we have those who have seen lots of seasons in their life and who are going to see more seasons. So we have all types of our panelists. Somewhat, I will not say, otherwise they will feel bad, but yes, they have more matured. Will use the word matured, not the aged, and somewhat young also. So we'll take their views and we will understand what is the position of Valentine's Day in India. I would like to invite my first panelist guest, and she is Dr. Rukhsana Hassan. Dr. Rukhsana Hassan is a renowned psychologist, trainer, coach, motivational speaker, special educator for early childhood education and development, a specialized counselor for the drug abusers and alcoholic with an experience of 28 years in rehabilitation center. She holds a PhD in social work and humanity from USA. She is postgraduate in Master of Arts from Mysore University. Postgraduate in diabetic health educator from St. John's, Bangalore, and postgraduate in human rights, New Delhi. Her second PhD from Mother Teresa University in counseling psychology. Presently, she is doing her third PhD in applied science from Rajasthan University. She completed her research in a project about CSW in Bangalore city under Women and Child Development, Government of Karnataka. She has done research about adaptive personality, child's development, psychology, CDP. It was done with the Children of Observation Home Boys, Government of Karnataka. For the outstanding service towards humanity, she was awarded Indra Priyadarshini Award. She is the nominee of Kittur Rani Chennamma, Government of Karnataka, for the best social worker. She was awarded by Art Mantram Bangalore for Go Green Bangalore. She won Women's Achiever Award of Anne Harris Foundation, Bangalore. She has presented her papers at many international conferences at Turkey, Istanbul University, and Egypt, trained teachers in Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Hyderabad, Pune, and all over Karnataka. She was the counselor in charge of Karnataka State Counseling Center as an advisor for the Karnataka State Minority Commission 2011-12, and also has designed pilot projects for the Government of India and Government of Karnataka. She is the founder chairperson of the first rehabilitation center. She is the first minority woman in India to have started such a unique, challenging program. She designed mobile computer and tailoring training units with the help of Ministry of Labor, which benefits for the minority girls who are denied education for various reasons. Her title is a Smiley Girl of the Town. She builds a new dawn in the darkest dusk just with positive smile. Welcome, Dr. Rukhsana Hassan, our show, and we can see the positive smile, and that's why your title is Smiley Girl of the Town. Dr. Rukhsana Hassan, yesterday our topic was very, very serious, although today's topic is also serious, but it was very different. But today's topic is Valentine's Day in India. And Valentine's Day, as I mentioned earlier, is for love. Now, we would like to know your views, because you are dealing with a youth, you are dealing with those youth who are underprivileged, you are even dealing with those youths who have been abused by the society, those youths who have become drug addict. So you have vast experience dealing with all sects of society. So we would like to know your views on Valentine Day in India. Dr. Rukhsana Hassan, please.
Very good morning to all of you. And Lal Goel sir, I have to tell you, you have marked the color, red cap and a red tie.
Dr. Rukhsana, I will just stop you here. My name is Lal Goel. Lal means red. So I am always red. Yes, please go ahead.
Yes. So I have to wish you that a very happy Valentine's Day. Now, taking this topic on a very lighter way, I would just give a message through this platform that Valentine Day is something which has not been thought by our parents or our by elders or our culture or the society where we belong. So this is the first thing. And Valentine Day, I think it was just after the millennium, it was into a big boom. And usually the school students, the college students, the school and college students started. And now over the past few years, I've been seeing, that children are sensible enough to celebrate this day with the parents. So that is one good thing. But I would also like to say that this is a culture from West and not from India. That's the reason I have been seeing in so many platforms on WhatsApp and Instagram and all say no to Valentine's. I don't know why in India for anything they make a big hype, they make a banner, they say no, they say yes. Just for nothing, they give one kind of importance where everybody will get attracted to that and then it will become a controversy. So that is how even this Valentine's Day. But as a teacher, I would like to share a few experience with related to this Valentine. Usually, in class 6, the student of 6th standard, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. 11th and 12th or first year, second year PC, okay, at least they are 15 above. But I have seen the children who are in 6th standard. Matlab, they are not even 11th, 12th. So these children coming with a beautiful heart-shaped card and chocolates and then sweets, all these things. Then, usually we make it a point of checking the child's bag on this day. So we send them to the playground and then we check all the children's bag, and that is how we come to know what exactly these are. So when we see the child's thing, the child comes from a very normal, just above the poverty level, not very rich. But that child has bought a chocolate which is costing of 300 rupees, which is costing about 500 rupees. And one card one child had bought, which was for 250 rupees, where the child was not able to buy one-time meal. So the school was sponsoring the meal. Then I was so curious and I said, Beta, come here. I said, yes, ma'am. Do you know what is the meaning of Valentine? Then she said, she just did that and she said, see, I like you and you're my Valentine. So it is something described as love. Who is your Valentine? So I build up a rapport in such a way because I want to, as a researcher, I want to know the truth. When I heard those bitter truths, like what all they did for that 500 rupees, just for one Valentine, the kind of disasters what take place at home. So nobody's aware about it. So the culture.
I think we have lost Dr. Rukhsana Hassan. Okay, Dr. Rukhsana Hassan, we will come back to you once your network will be okay. I think the your criticism, even the network is not appreciating. So thank you very much, Dr. Rukhsana Hassan. And Dr. Rukhsana Hassan wanted to narrate something which is very, very important, that how the people were spending so much, the students are spending so much money while they are not having that much money. So thank you very much, Dr. Rukhsana. I will come back to you. Now I would like to invite my next panelist guest, and he is Miss Urvashi Mittal. Miss Urvashi Mittal is MMS CFA. She did MMS Master of Management Studies from BITS Pilani in 1986 and completed CFA in 1990 with a silver medal. Recently, she was awarded with Reputed Certificate of Excellence 2018 Woman of the Year Dionisio, DIONISIO United Award, New York, USA. With the aim to serve society, she joined Innerville in 2008-9 and is currently serving as District Secretary. Innerville is world's largest women voluntary service organization, present in 104 countries, having its representative in United Nations also. She received many awards within Innerville, such as Outstanding President, Brand Ambassadors, Editor's Choice Award, etc. She introduced many new concepts of social service for which she received several awards. Few of them like Honda Superstar Award for Excellence, Award for Social Work by NGO Social Umbrella and Deepanjay Trust, Lions Club Award, Anchor Media Group Award, Award for Peace by Muni Iran, renowned Hollywood celebrity coach. She is associated with a number of other social organizations such as FICCI, Ladies Organization, Braj Kala Kendra, ISKCON, DCT, and Zena World, etc. She appeared several times on Aaj Tak, CNBC, Z Regional, DD News, MH1, India News, Janta TV, Total News, JK News, as well as on print media also. Welcome, Miss Urvashi Mittal on our show. Miss Urvashi Mittal, you have heard my report, which I read, as well as you have heard partly Dr. Rukhsana Hassan. Now, you are holding a very important position, and that too in a Innerville. And Innerville members means they are all well means fellow. They all have, they are not, I will not say they are even a lower middle class. I can say they are upper middle class and the rich people. And this Valentine Day, which we are seeing phenomena, although now it is pan India, but it started from all metros, and especially from those who can afford, because when this Archie's and Hallmarks cards shops were there, because now to everyone is sending on the WhatsApp. So at that time they wanted to promote, and it was a commercial activity initially, but now it has become a pan India. We would like to know your views. After all, you are celebrating all occasions, whether it's a Tej or whatnot with the ladies club, etc. Your opinion about Valentine Day in India. Miss Urvashi Mittal, please.
Thank you, sir, for this lovely introduction. Thank you for inviting me here. And before I start, I would like to pay my tribute to Pulwama soldiers who died in a cowardly attack in 2019. Now I'll start with a quote. जीते हैं दुनिया में वो कीड़े मकोड़ों की तरह जिनको ना घटने का गम और ना बढ़ने की तमन्ना. Here, बढ़ने की तमन्ना, I mean interacting and learning from other cultures. Sir, as you just said, India is a land of festivals. We celebrate so many. Festivals are a way to bring us closer to ourselves. They promote diversity. They bring neighbors into dialogue and so much. So we're not talking about Valentine's. I'll quickly give you 3 pointers. First thing, globalization. So this is a word of globalization. Boundaries are breaking up. We are opening. We are interacting with other countries, other cultures. So we are bound to rub on each other. We learn something from them. They learn something from us. And it's a constant process. It cannot be stopped. We do not want to go back. Once you take a step forward, you want to go on moving ahead. And that is the crux of life. Second, sir, I have a list of holidays in front of me. We have national holidays. We have festival. We have religious holidays, cultural holidays. So many, but Valentine's Day is still to make its mark. By that I meant it's not imposed on you by a government or by any organization. It's voluntary. It's preferential. You want to celebrate, you celebrate. You do not want to celebrate, step back. As long as you said commercial activity, so each and everything has some or the other commercial angle to it, because we all are worldly people. We are not just spirituals who stay in some gufas and kandras and we do our meditation. Secondly, as you just said, these days we can send virtual cards. You just say Happy Valentine's Day, and that is enough. It is there in your eyes. It is there in your gesture. And thirdly, it's been expanded. As you just said, it does have a dark history, the way it got originated. Even the very saint it got its name from, he was executed. But now it's been expanded to cover everyone. I want to wish Happy Valentine's Day to all my fellow panelists. Happy Valentine's Day to you all. So, sir, Lal sir, you can be my Valentine, and you are, because I really admire you for coming up daily with such brilliant talk shows. So basically, this is the time we must come forward and fight out this notion in the minds of ignorant people that it is not what you think it is. It is not only for the people who are married or who have some romantic angle, like people who are dating, who are living in relationship, or like, you know, who could be just boyfriend, girlfriend. It could be for anyone, my grandfather, my granny, my brother, my son, my teacher, even the people who work for me, you know, like anyone could be my Valentine. So basically, and again, we do not have to go overboard. We do not have to engage ourselves in spending so much. It could be just by a simple way of expressing, you know, it could be in your eyes. We are all Hindus, we belong to Indian culture. We all say it's all in the eyes. जो हमारी शर्म है, शालीनता है, वो हमारी आंखों में होती है. The expression, so it's not only love, it is love, respect, admiration, everything. And I would say this is the time. Thank you, sir. Keep conducting such shows. We must come forward and fight it out. We are not here. We are not staying in a cage. It's not a walled thing that we are behind. I have seen so many people wearing bindis, so many ladies. So many of them, they celebrate Diwali, they celebrate Holi. My daughters study up there, and it becomes such a wonderful word. So I'm not saying you replace it by something else. Life should be a celebration. If we get up every day, we say it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Why can't we say, oh, it's Valentine's, it's this, it's Diwali, it's Holi. So basically, it's just a way to keep your life happy, active, to interact with others, learn from them, and change is the only constant. So forget about the way it originated. Move on, come on, make it bigger, brighter, involve everyone, and go ahead. Thank you. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone once again.
Thank you very much, Ms. Urvashi Mittal. And thank you for wishing me and all our panelists and everyone a Valentine's Day. What Ms. Urvashi Mittal made a very, very strong point, and in a very positive way. She says Valentine doesn't mean that it should be within the lovers or boyfriend and girlfriends. It can be with everyone. And we have also seen, like when we talk about Lord Krishna's love was not only for his lover, only for him. Everyone is his lover, whether man or woman, old or young or child. So that should be the spirit. And one very important point which Ms. Urvashi Mittal mentioned is that when it's a globalization. When we expect that our celebrations are celebrated everywhere in the world, why not we are celebrating here? So we should come out from the case and we should celebrate, and we mentioned, but that's it. But not cross the limit. Even in our own festivals, like now Holi is coming, we should not cross the limit. We must celebrate Holi, but don't cross the limit. Even in Deepavali, people are crossing the limit by playing cards and gambling, etc. If we will celebrate within a limit, there is no problem. Thank you very much, Ms. Urvashi Mittal, for giving your views. Now I would like to invite my next panelist guest, and she is Ms. Parul Jindal. Ms. Parul Jindal is the director of Narayani International School, Aligarh. She is the member of Advisory Forum, Aligarh Smart City, Aligarh. She is an inspired social worker. She is serving in education field for the last 15 years. She is pursuing PhD in mathematics. She is a nominated member of Aligarh Smart City Advisory Forum. On the occasion of UP Day, she is facilitated with an award of Go UP for her contribution in the field of education. Welcome, Ms. Parul Jindal on our show. Ms. Parul Jindal, you have heard Ms. Urvashi Mittal, partly Dr. Rukhsana Hassan, and my report. Now you are the director of a Narayani International School. So you are also dealing with teenagers, I must say, or those who are not even 15 or 14 or 12 years. As then Dr. Rukhsana was mentioning something which she could not complete, but you might be seeing this phenomena even in your school also. We would like to know your views on Valentine's Day in India. Ms. Parul Jindal, please.
Thank you, Mr. Lal, for inviting me in this forum. And first of all, I will सबको congratulate कहना चाहती हूँ आज Valentine's Day. So first of all, happy Valentine's Day to all of you. Now, Valentine means, मतलब क्या समझते हैं Valentine's को? Valentine's is only a person who caring someone, जिसकी हम केयर करते हैं. Like हमारे इंडिया में आप देखिए कल्चर है हर चीज को एक्सेप्ट करने का.
अगर हम बात करें नॉर्दर्न इंडिया की या महाराष्ट्र को हम लेकर चले, महाराष्ट्र में आज से 20 साल पहले आपने देखा होगा गणेश चतुर्थी और गणेश विसर्जन एक बहुत बड़े अच्छे लेवल पे सेलिब्रेट करते थे, जो डे बाय डे हम लोगों ने भी एक्सेप्ट किया, अडेप्ट किया और हम लोग उसे बहुत अच्छे से एक्सेप्ट करके हम लोग सेलिब्रेट करते हैं। तो हमारे इंडिया में कल्चर एक्सेप्टेंस, तो अगर हम वैलेंटाइन डे को भी एक्सेप्ट करें, आई डोंट थिंक सो इट्स रॉन्ग, इट्स जस्ट एक्सेप्टेंस। हम वहां का कल्चर एक्सेप्ट कर रहे हैं डे बाय डे, कुछ भी होता है। लाइक अगर आपने बोला हम लोग तीज सेलिब्रेट करते हैं, हम लोग भाई दूज सेलिब्रेट करते हैं, करवा चौथ सेलिब्रेट करते हैं। तो पहले तो मैं यही कहना चाहूंगी, वैलेंटाइंस डे इज नथिंग, इट्स जस्ट एन एक्सेप्टेंस। ये हमारा एक एक्सेप्टेंस है वैलेंटाइंस डे, वो होता है पर्सन हु केयरिंग समवन, इट्स दैट। और उसका एक्सेप्टेंस डे बाय डे बढ़ रहा है जगह जगह, सिर्फ यंग जनरेशन में ही नहीं ये सेलिब्रेशन बढ़ रहा। अगर हम कहें कि सिर्फ यंग जनरेशन ये सेलिब्रेट कर रहा है, इट डजंट मीन कि ये सिर्फ हमारा यंगस्टर्स ही हमारा सेलिब्रेट कर रहा है। हम अगर बूढ़े बुजुर्गों की बात करें तो वो भी सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं, हस्बैंड वाइफ सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं, भाई बहन सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं। बस जो पर्सन दूसरे की केयर करता है, इट मीन्स दैट। अब फादर अपने बेटी से बोलता है हैप्पी वैलेंटाइंस डे, बेटी अपनी माँ से बोलती है, तो ये कुछ गलत नहीं है, इट्स ओनली एक्सेप्टेंस। अब लोगों में ना सोशल मीडिया में एक कंफ्यूजन बहुत होता है कि वैलेंटाइंस डे, हम लोग अगर करवा चौथ मना रहे हैं तो वैलेंटाइंस डे क्यों मनाए? करवा चौथ इज नॉट अ वैलेंटाइंस डे। करवा चौथ क्या है? करवा चौथ एक व्रत होता है जिसमें लेडी अपने हस्बैंड के लिए रखती है, वो सिर्फ एक मैरिड लेडी ही रख सकती है। वैलेंटाइंस डे इज नथिंग कि वो मैरिड ही करे, वो तो कोई भी कर सकता है। तो मैं बस यही कहना चाहूंगी, इट्स एन एक्सेप्टेंस। और अगर हम वैलेंटाइंस डे पे, जैसे रुखसाना जी ने कहा कि बच्चे कार्ड्स खरीदते हैं, अगर कोविड को देखें, कोविड में कितना लोगों को नुकसान हुआ, अगर वो खरीद कर कुछ कर रहे हैं तो किसी का फायदा ही हो रहा है सर। हम इसे अगर पॉजिटिव वे में लेकर जाएं तो दुकानदारों की सेल बढ़ रही है, शॉपकीपर्स को प्रॉफिट हो रहा है। तो और जैसे कि कुछ लोगों ने इसे वो भी बनाया कि हम ये सेलिब्रेट नहीं करेंगे। मैं पर्सनल किस्सा अपने आपको साथ बताना चाहूंगी। व्हेन आई गॉट मैरिड, तो मैं एमएससी फाइनल मेरा चल रहा था, तो जब मैं कॉलेज से लौट रही थी तो मुझे लगा एक बुके अपने हस्बैंड के लिए ले लेती हूँ। वहां मुझे कुछ लोगों ने पकड़ लिया कि आप वैलेंटाइंस डे बना रही हैं, आप चलिए। तो अब मैं थोड़ा सा डर गई, ऐसे देखिए मेरी मांग सिंदूर है और मेरे बिछिए, आप देखिए आई एम मैरिड। दे सेड नो, आप चाहे मैरिड हो चाहे अनमैरिड हो, लेकिन यू शुड नॉट सेलिब्रेट, ये हमारी संस्कृति के खिलाफ है। अब तभी शादी हुई थी, नवंबर में शादी हुई थी, फरवरी में वो हुआ, तो मैं बड़ा मतलब एक था कि चलो एक बुके लेकर चलती हूँ। अब उन्हें बहुत देर तक समझाया, प्लीज सर मुझे छोड़ दीजिए, मुझे छोड़ दीजिए, उन्होंने बहुत सारे लोगों को। तो मुझे लगता है कि दे शुड डू लाइक दैट, कि बच्चों को पकड़े, ठीक है वो सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं, लेकिन एक लिमिट में करना चाहिए। एवरीथिंग शुड बी इन लिमिट। तो मैं यही कहना चाहूंगी कि मतलब
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद पारुल जिंदल जी। And what you said, you made a very important point. You said that this should be celebrated, as Urvashi ji also mentioned. But you have said something that you were being heckled or you were being get out when you are buying a bouquet for your husband. And I know that you've been in Aligarh, which those who were there, you have not named. And I know that you will not name it, but everybody knows that Aligarh is famous for one particular sabha, which is creating all these problems. Like in Mumbai, we all know at one time Shiv Sena used to do. Now they are in power, so they are not doing. And in Karnataka, Shri Ram Sena is there. So everywhere, like in Aligarh, there is a Hindu Mahasabha. So they all are creating problems without understanding what is Hinduism. If you will understand Hinduism, or you will understand humanity, you will not heckle anyone. And this is really a sad thing that the people are coming and doing. And we have seen recently the girl in Karnataka, a Muslim girl, how she was heckled by a few boys. The girl was a Hindu or Muslim or Christian. No one is having authority to heckle anyone. And if they are heckling, whether you are buying a bouquet, whether you are buying a balloon, or you are buying a card, what business they have. And one thing I would like to share with my viewers, that today that girls or boys or the youngsters are more smarter than our generation. and they are on social media, they are on internet. And for last 2 years, thanks to COVID, everyone, a child of 3 years old is also knows how to operate the internet, because they all education is on internet. And if we will limitize, and if we think that they are doing something wrong always, it is wrong. And it is the responsibility of the parents to give good moral values, but it should not, no one other is having right to heckle anybody. But you have made a point. Thank you very much, Ms. Parul Jindal. I will come back and I will ask some questions to you in the next round. Now I would like to invite, I think I can see Ruxana ji on the screen. Ruxana ji, are you there? Dr. Ruxana Hassan, please unmute.
Yes, I'm there. I'm there.
I think your internet, you must upgrade it, or you have some problem with the your.
No, sir, the power went off. I was on Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, I was telling you about that 500 rupees, how that girl had to manage from the mother's purse. And I'm not against any of the celebration. Yes, all celebration has to be done. I'll always tell the parents also, if they do anything new, please don't stop them. If you stop them, they will have another reason, another platform to learn. If you're aware that, yes, my child is doing this, so the child also will be open, that she needs 500 to give a card to her friend or something like that. And then usually, as a family counselor, after this Valentine Day is just wishing and just celebrating. Fine, that's absolutely not fine. That's absolutely fine. But when a child of 12 years to 15 years get into other involvements, then the following months of 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, we see many more disasters. That I would not like to mention anything over there. I'll just say a word: disaster of the girl's life. So why all this happens is because we as parents or we as school have not taught the child what exactly is Valentine. Now we are talking as elders. Okay, I can say happy Valentine's. Will you be my Valentine? I can wish my mother. I can wish. But what is a child? What is learning? Child is not learning all this. Child learns that, that he is my boyfriend or she is my girlfriend. I have to give him a gift and I have to be happy with him for the whole day. Only that much they are learning. So I am focusing only on that. I am not talking or the definition of what Valentine is. That is not my lookout. That many people are there, they'll do. But the disasters, what happens? Maybe not many of us will know about this. Being a student counselor, being a family counselor, and handling such children. So we have seen many more things. My message from this platform is, dear parents, dear teachers, if a child wants to celebrate Valentine's, please be a part of that day, and please advise the child and see to whom the child is speaking and what the child is speaking. So that is more important to stop those disasters. And this is what we have been doing for the last 5 years from our schools in Mangalore.
Okay.
This is my message to everyone.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Ruxana Hassan, for giving your views. And I'm sure that the limit is always one has to see, and it's the responsibility of the parents as well as the schools, teachers, educators to inculcate good and moral values to the children, boy or girl. Then definitely they will see to it that nothing wrong will take place. Thank you very much. Now I would like to invite my next panelist guest. Are you there, Ms. Archana Kumar? Ms. Archana Kumar, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm there.
No, but please switch on your video.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. So I would like to invite my next panelist guest, and she is Ms. Archana Kumar. Ms. Archana Kumar is a recipient of National Merit Scholarship. She is a multifaceted, dynamic academician for over 2 decades, 23 years, imparting holistic education in maths and science at TM Hinduja National Sarvodaya High School and Junior College, Mumbai. Beside being a national badminton player, she is also an iron lady who is a social entrepreneur, enthusiast, an influencer, a motivator, a runner, fitness enthusiast, and a certified yogini. She won Best Teachers Award 2021 on the occasion of Teachers Day by TUM and Global TV Network. I think Dr. Ruxana Hassan organized it, and I was the chief guest in that program. That's why you got it. So anyway, in a lighter way, I am saying. And she won Achievers Award for outstanding performance in badminton at the National Badminton Championship as a winner, as well as being an empowered WMBL star on the occasion of Women's Day 2020. She won Inspiring and Motivating Facilitator Award by her institution for winning many prizes at ward zonal levels and representing schools at state level for maths teaching aid at science exhibition competition. Her name finds mention in India Book of Records for having the maximum women participants in a badminton tournament. Welcome, Ms. Archana Kumar on our show. Ms. Archana Kumar, you have heard Dr. Ruxana Hasan, Ms. Urvashi Mittal, as well as Ms. Parul Jindal, and they have given their views. They are not against Valentine Day, only their reservation, it should be in the limit, but they also say that we should accept it as a day which we are celebrating others. Now, you are also dealing with the students. You are also yourself a badminton player, and recently I saw on your profile some picture where you are wearing a badminton dress. So we would like to know your views on Valentine Day in India. Ms. Archana Kumar, please. Ms. Archana Kumar? No, your network is weak, seems to be. We can't hear you.
Yeah.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you one and all, everybody on the board. It's a very wonderful topic, and as everybody said, that it's a symbolic representation of love today. It is very, very obvious human nature, I guess. Like whatever happens around us, if it is good, I imbibe it. And if it is not good, I just ignore it. And I find 10 reasons to defend myself. So as Dr. Ruxana said, like children tend to go out of their way to do things. Now here the plus point is, what we notice in this generation is, if they are motivated rightly, they can definitely go way beyond their limits. So it is not their fault that they are encouraged to spend it on the card. Where are they wrong? I guess the direction in which they are turned today, the responsibility lies with us, not with them. For example, like Ms. Urvashi mentioned about globalization, you can see that globalization works everywhere, right? In the positive direction and the negative too. So it all lies along with this generation, what to pick up. So if they are going on the other way, who is to be blamed? As Ms. Parul said, that the goons from different parties heckle them, right? That is all they do when they don't have anything productive to give. Why doesn't a political party take up the initiative to show what they got? They only show manpower in controlling a crowd temporarily, sheer temporary. Why isn't it impactful? Give it a thought. Where does this generation look up to? Valentine's Day is just another culture adopted by West. Now the West again has so many things to give. Have we adopted them all? No, right? Although we are on the way. Why? It is all because we don't have anybody to expose our culture. Who is going to take up the responsibility to expose this generation of our deeply rooted, rich culture? Unfortunate part, I think everybody would agree, is the exposure is more than to the current generation from the West. Yoga is being made popular and then we are given Yoga Day today. Why? Yoga is thousands years old. Why it only came just 5-7 years before? Why? to celebrate Yoga Day? Give it a thought. We take a look at the curriculum, what they learn. Still, we are in the age of speaking about Babur, Akbar, and other people. Why not we? Why not Gurukul? Why not anything? Why not Krishna? Krishna is again, I'm not sticking to any religion, be it anybody. All I want is exposure to the culture what India has got. In the absence of everything, where does this current generation look for? If we try controlling the mind, it's wrong. Their mind is just like a duster. It absorbs everything. As you see, a person behaves depending on what is there in subconscious brain and not in the brain. And subconscious brain keeps absorbing whatever the person is surrounded with, whatever it is exposed to. When we switch on the TV, what's the debate about? All noisy things, shallow things. How much do we give? What do we discuss? What do we show? Do we have any dig at the innovations and discoveries? Do we have dig at why not the age-old curriculum being revised? Even today, if anybody is doing their masters in literature or any curriculum, be it from the lower level, pre-primary to the masters or even PhDs, why are we doing only in those? Why not it is revised? Thirdly, look at the newspapers, what do they have to offer? So we see that many things are to be worked at our end. So let's give this generation something valuable, something productive for them to grasp, rather than controlling what they celebrate. Once we give them good opportunity, they would definitely use it for sure. This is all is about Valentine's Day, any day. If it is celebrating love, be it. Anything positive is good. Nothing is bad. It's all humanity. It is all bringing people together. And the direction in which they go, automatically it will be guided correctly once we guide them properly. We have to take up the responsibility to guide them rightfully. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Archana Kumar, for giving your views. Initially, you have put the blames to the youth, then you transfer the blame on this generation. What I feel personally, that the youth should never be blamed. They basically, just imagine when a child is born, what he or she knows about what we are going to give, they are receiving it. What we are doing, they are just copying it. And if we are not doing something wrong, they will not. So it all depends on our parenting. If the parenting is good, the child will not cross the limit. As far as the celebration of Valentine's Day or any other day, Valentine's Day is not a bad day. So just to say, because the West it's a Western culture, why should we celebrate in India? This is not a good logic, in my opinion. India is a very, very diversified country. We should celebrate everyone, all over world's festivals in India. There is nothing wrong in it. And nowadays we are seeing in Europe and in USA and UK and other countries, they are celebrating Diwali, they are celebrating Holi, they are celebrating all our traditional Eid and everything they are celebrating. So why not we celebrate? If something is good, we are not celebrating something which is bad, but we are celebrating. It's a giving a message of love. Yes, what Dr. Ruxana said, that one child should not be allowed to spend 500 rupees. And if he and she has stolen the thing, that is more crime than the celebration of Valentine. So if good parenting is not there, then whether a child is spending on Valentine Day or going for drugs or smoking, etc., it makes hardly any difference. But thank you very much, Ms. Archana Kumar, for making your point. Now I would like to invite my next panelist guest, and he is Mr. Sumit Pal Sharma. Mr. Sumit Pal Sharma is the partner of Primex Global Mumbai. He is working on essential oils and multiple product exports with reconstituted natural substitutes of sandalwood oil, khas, and vachwar. He was educated at Sindhya School, Gwalior, and Bhagat Singh College, Delhi. Welcome, Mr. Sumit Pal, on our show. Mr. Sumit Pal Sharma on our show. Mr. Sharma, you have heard our earlier panelists, Dr. Ruxana Hassan, Ms. Urvashi Mittal, Ms. Parul Jindal, as well as Ms. Archana Kumar. They all have given their views about Valentine's Day in India, and they are having some reservations, but they says there is nothing wrong in celebrating if it is in limit. And few of our panelists like Ms. Archana Kumar says that we should try to give them and give them the knowledge about our own festivals more than they because they don't have the knowledge about the culture of our own. So now we would like to know your views about Valentine Day in India. Mr. Sumit Pal Sharma, please.
Good morning, Mr. Goel. And first of all, I'm grateful to you. Even if I'm not wearing red, I'm in gray. You've had me surrounded by pretty women around me. So extremely grateful to you and extremely grateful to all of them for their profound views. I would basically stick to the topic, Saint Valentine's and India being center of this. We've all, the speaker before me, Archana ji, spoke of Bhagwan Shri Krishna, you did, coming from Mathura. If we look at Bhagwan Shri Krishna, if we look at the Hindu religion, the very basis of India as an existence, what is one word that spirituality or religion teaches you? Love. So love is the basis of every other emotion, everything else that exists. There's nothing else. One more thing. If we've gone through the Upanishads, there's a Mahavakya in the Upanishad saying, Aham Brahman Asmi. That means all of us are Brahman, all of us are one as the basic element in us. There's no difference. So now, because the topic says Saint Valentine and it says India, so I would want to keep Saint Valentine's and India in the center of the topic. You've mentioned very correctly that the celebration of Saint Valentine started somewhere back in 270 AD. And the only historical fact that we have that concurs to all the different legends that are associated with this celebration is that the first celebration ever had was in 2070 AD to commemorate the death of Saint Valentine. As you have put in your words, that he cured the blind daughter of the jailer, wrote her a letter. That's one of the legends. The other legends is it was associated with love and romance for the first time. In Chaucer's Parliament of Fowls, Chaucer is a English poet. Now I'll read out to you something that I read in the Indian Express, the 5th of February edition this year. So the Indian Express puts up a great article on Valentine's Day, which states a different legend, which states basically, and it's very relevant in today's times, it states that Valentine's Day was first celebrated in 2070 AD, which everybody concurs to. And probably down the line, it was an effort by the church to Christianize a Roman festival called Faunus. Lupercalia, sorry. So Lupercalia basically was celebrated in the honor of the Roman god of agriculture called Faunus every year. So the custom would go like, there used to be a box with name of women in it. And the farmers would pull out a slip, and whosoever's name was mentioned on the slip, they would go and express their love to that lady. This was the basic festival. Pope Gelasius, for the first time, celebrated 14th of February as Valentine's Day, commemorating Saint Valentine's. And hence, according to this article, the love and the romance angle is connected with Saint Valentine's. Now, I would keep, as I said, Saint Valentine's and India as the center of this. So I would pick up from the article again. So for me, Valentine's Day in India is like McDonald's. It has everything for everybody. It makes you feel good. You enjoy yourself. Maybe you get an occasional burp, which we all do if we have junk food, but it's there for everybody. If you're a shopkeeper, you're happy you're selling merchandise on the day. If you're celebrating Valentine's with a partner, you're happy because two people who are in love are getting time to celebrate. If you're celebrating Valentine's for your mom, for your dad, for anybody else you love, they are happy. Even even the goons who are creating all this ruckus on Valentine's, they basically are happy because they're getting some media space. So their purpose is also being filled. So I think Saint Valentine's is also a great giver like Lord Krishna was. I would come to a very, very interesting point that I picked up on the article. You know, this is a whole month basically of celebration after Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is 14th of February. So the article states after 14th of February, a week after 14th of February, that's the Rose Day, wherein you pick up roses to express your love. Then there is the Proposal Day, wherein you pop up the question to your beloved. Then there are also the Chocolate Day and the Teddy Day, wherein, I mean, you give chocolates to your lovers. Or if I am a man, I don't know how to celebrate Teddy Day. What would my partner give me? That I don't know. And in the end, after you've burned a big hole in your pocket, anybody, whether it's a female, whether it's a male, whether it's you're doing it for your parent, there is a hug and a kiss day. The last 2 days are hug and kisses day. So you're probably, after doing everything, you do get something in return. So it keeps everybody happy, whether the shopkeeper, whether the people involved, everybody. And why? Why not celebrate things? Celebration is the basic essence of life with love. The more serious you get, the more you want to teach the world, the more you'll end up in hospitals. What I've seen is that the number of hospitals have increased with our with the way we've enhanced our economic situations. The richer you get, the more hospitals you get around you. That's what seriousness gets to you. And in a country where love is the basic essence of things, how can we stop a celebration of love? It's a contradiction. It does not, I mean, it does not get you anywhere. If two people want to celebrate something, they want to express love, and it's beneficial generally for everybody, then why get into the middle of this? Now coming to our base, the other thing about Valentine's Day, the goons I spoke about, nothing in India, nothing, whether it's sports, whether it's cinema, nothing in India can happen without politics. So you have your tadka of politics in Valentine's Day with these people trying to heckle people, trying to create trouble for everybody else. But as I said, Saint Valentine's is a giver. He gives to one and all. These people also at the end of the day go back home and they are happy. Their purpose is served. They get their media space. So Valentine's Day is a day where everybody gets what he or she wants. Maybe after the whole time of celebration, you do feel that your pocket is a little light or you've overdone it. That's all right. But yeah, it's a basic day where you're happy, where you try and express your love, which is very important. And it's a whole feeling of happiness. And now I'll get to one basic point. I am not going to give any gyan. I do not want to do that. I am not a Mahapurush. The only basic point that I would get down to is, so what if we are celebrating something? It's keeping everybody happy. That is what we strive for. So for me, it's a very positive thing. And nobody, howsoever hard you try, can stop it now. So let's accept this. Let's accept it for what it is and for what it creates and how helpful it is. And the rest will take care of itself. Lord Krishna, if we understand the basis of love, how important love is, what exactly love is, we will understand Bhagavan Shri Krishna. Period.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sumit Pal Sharma, for giving your views. And Mr. Sharma says we must celebrate. We should not stop it. After all, it's a matter of love, and the love can be with anyone. It is not only limited to the lovers. It can be with mother, father, anyone. So he says, and when we talk about Lord Krishna, the Lord Krishna or the Hindus or any other religions, everywhere the base is love. And when we talk about love, Valentine's Day is also representing love. How we celebrate, how we are not celebrating, but no one should interfere, and the goon should not be allowed to stop the celebrations at all. Thank you very much, Mr. Sumit Pal Sharma, for giving your views. Now, I would like to invite my next panelist guest, and he is Mr. Saurabh Janagal. Mr. Saurav is the public speaking and personality development trainer. He's an engineer turned public speaking and personality development trainer. He helps people of age group 17 to 26 to learn how to speak effectively and develop a personality that makes them more confident through training and consulting. He is trained under the guidance of author Sherry, international public speaking coach. As a youth, his prime focus is always on youth development, as they could relate easily and discuss the real problems to solve. This will increase the probability that the decisions they take will help attain their objectives. He is the founder and CEO of Leadership Nation, your journey to be an alpha. His mission is to create 10,000 leaders by 2025. Welcome, Mr. Saurabh, on our show. Mr. Saurabh, first thing is that you are training only up to 17 to 26, and I am only 16, so I am out as far as your training, because it starts from 17 years. And you are saying that you are going to make 10,000 leaders. Please don't do this. In India, we have, everyone is a leader in India today. Everyone is giving gyan to everyone. So it is better that we should not have that many leaders. But anyway, we would like to know your views. You have heard Mr. Saurav, all our earlier speakers, panelists, and they have given their views. Dr. Rukhsana Hassan, Ms. Urvashi Mittal, Ms. Parul Jindal, Ms. Archana Kumar, and Mr. Sumit Pal Sharma. And they all have given their views, very serious views, as well as they have given mentioned that how this Valentine Day is celebrated in India, and what are the problems and what are the advantages, and whether we should. We would like to know from you your views on Valentine Day in India. Mr. Saurav Janagal, please.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lal Goel, for this wonderful introduction, and happy Valentine's Day to all of you. The very first thing, yes, I heard everyone about what views they have and how we could adapt and accept, right? Everyone that have spoken before, one thing is very common, that we have to accept and then adapt. Acceptance is the key to everything, right? We very well know. I would not say to celebrate Valentine is good or bad. We are, intelligent, or we are mature enough to know what is good or what is bad actually, but nothing is good, nothing is bad. It's all about our opinions. It's all about our psychology, right? As Ms. Urvashi had said, celebrate everything. We could not stop each other to celebrate anything. Every day is yours. What's our basic goal? We all want to be happy. At the end of the day, we all want to be happy, right? Ms. Parul said, acceptance and adapt. She talked about an incident, right? She stopped for buying a bouquet, like some people stopped her. I would suggest, I must have thinking over this, and I got to know culture. If we talk about culture, we could not accept these things in Indian culture, but I'm sure उन्होंने भी जीन्स पैंट ही पहनी होगी, उन लोगों ने भी जीन्स या पैंट ही पहनी होगी, शर्ट्स डाल के घूमे होंगे जिन्होंने आपको रोका था. But the thing is, jeans, pants, tops also are not a part of our culture. This is a Western culture. तो जब तक हम किसी चीज को एडेप्ट नहीं करेंगे, उससे पहले एक्सेप्ट करना पड़ेगा, right? Miss Archana ma'am said, teach students right and they will do wonders. There is a lack of education, I would say, between teenagers. चाहे वो 10 साल के हो, 12 साल के हो, 15 साल के हो, 18 साल के हो, or more than that. Youth, teenagers, kids, everyone needs to be educated first, right? Like someone discussed the point. I think Miss Archana ma'am herself discussed this point, that it's not the fault of all teenagers. It's about the culture, or it's about the surroundings, that whatever we are seeing in front of our eyes, whatever we are seeing in our society, that's the thing we are going to adapt. Subconsciously, अगर मैं सबकॉन्शियसली की बात करूं, हमारा सबकॉन्शियस माइंड काम कैसे करता है? आपने बच्चों को देखा होगा, आप जिस चीज के लिए उनको रोकते हो उसी की तरफ ज्यादा अट्रैक्ट होते हैं। जिस भी चीज के लिए आप मना करो, आप छोटे से बच्चे को ले लो ना, साइड में आप एक चॉकलेट रखो, उसको बोलिए ये चॉकलेट मत खाना। अगर आप 1 घंटे तक इस चॉकलेट को यहीं पड़े रहने दोगे, इसको नहीं खाओगे, मैं आपको 10 चॉकलेट्स दूंगी या 10 चॉकलेट्स दूंगा, उसको ये बात समझ नहीं आती। आप जैसे ही वहां से गए, उसने उठा के खा लिया, राइट? तो अब जितना ज्यादा हम मना करते रहेंगे, उतना ज्यादा हम उस चीज की तरफ अट्रैक्ट होते हैं। एंड दिस इज द वेरी फर्स्ट पॉइंट, वी कुड नॉट से नो टू एनीबॉडी। हमको जस्ट उनको एक रियलाइजेशन देनी है, एक बेटर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, एक बेटर पॉइंट देना है कि व्हाई वी शुड नॉट डू, और इसको हम और किस तरीके से कर सकते हैं। टुडे इज अ वैलेंटाइंस डे, इट्स नॉट जस्ट फॉर कपल्स, राइट? मेरी सिस्टर है, मेरी छोटी सिस्टर ने मेरे फादर को विश किया हैप्पी वैलेंटाइंस डे। शी बॉट अ गिफ्ट फॉर हिम। मैंने अपनी मम्मा को विश किया। माय फादर गेव बुके टू माय मदर। एवरी कॉइन हैव टू साइड्स। हर सिक्के के दो पहलू जरूर होते हैं, वेदर इट्स नेगेटिव और इट्स पॉजिटिव। आपको एक इंसिडेंट मैं जरूर शेयर करना चाहूंगा। डे बिफोर yesterday, I belong to Hisar, Haryana. Day before yesterday, I don't know what day it was. It's a hug day or teddy day, I don't know. But here is a marketplace here, and all the couples, I could say boyfriend, girlfriend, they gathered together and went to cafes. My cousin brother had a cafe there. So I was in his cafe and saw all the things happening around. I saw a couple and they were, fighting in sense, boyfriend wants to break up with that girl and that girl is crying like, do not leave me, or I couldn't heard her talks, but by their expressions, I could definitely know what they are talking about, because if she is crying, something is really not good happening. One side is this. And let me tell you another example. My brother's friend, he met a girl on Facebook 5 years ago. 5 years ago on Facebook. They didn't know each other at that time. लेकिन जैसे जैसे उनकी बातें स्टार्ट हुई, जैसे जैसे अंडरस्टैंडिंग उनके अंदर बढ़ी, they kind of loving each other. And I'm proud to say that February 5th of February, they both got married. उनकी अभी अभी शादी हुई है। तो हम ये तो बिल्कुल नहीं कह सकते कि यूथ जो है किसी गलत डायरेक्शन की साइड जा रहा है या फिर एक अच्छी डायरेक्शन की साइड जा रहा है। इट्स ऑल अबाउट जो हम सीख रहे हैं आपस में या जो हम सिखा रहे हैं, वो बहुत ज्यादा एक मैटर करता है हर चीज के अंदर। क्रिसमस डे भी तो सेलिब्रेट करते हैं, ऑल्दो इट्स नॉट अवर इंडियन कल्चर फेस्टिवल, क्रिसमस भी सेलिब्रेट होता है। होली की मैं बात करता हूँ, होली दिवाली की मैं बात करता हूँ। होली दिवाली हमारे इंडिया के कल्चर के अंदर सबसे बेस्ट फेस्टिवल्स माने जाते हैं, बट उस दिन भी तो कुछ गलत चीजें हो जाती हैं। होली पे काफी लोग ऐसे होते हैं जो टॉक्सिक कलर्स का यूज करते हैं, विच इज डेफिनेटली नॉट गुड, जो कि होली को तो बिल्कुल दर्शाता नहीं है। दिवाली पे हम कितनी सारी न्यूज सुनते हैं, काऊ की जो पूंछ होती है उसमें पटाखे लगाते हैं, बहुत सारी ऐसी इंसिडेंट्स होते हैं। सो किसी चीज को हम रोक नहीं सकते, बट यस काफी हद तक उसके लिए एजुकेट हम कर सकते हैं, उस पर हमारा मेन फोकस होना चाहिए। पार्टनर्स के साथ हम रह सकते हैं, कपल्स के साथ हम रह सकते हैं। आज के टाइम पे हम जो कुछ भी कर रहे हैं, दैट इज ऑल बिकॉज वी एक्सेप्ट दोज थिंग्स एंड वी अडेप्ट दोज थिंग्स। और जब तक हम खुद के अंदर चेंज नहीं लाएंगे, वी कुड नॉट ग्रो, और ग्रो नहीं होंगे, सो वी विल एंड अप डूइंग नथिंग, राइट? सो एक चेंज बहुत ज्यादा यस जरूरी है। हम क्या ओपिनियंस रखते हैं, किस तरीके से उसको देखते हैं, दैट इज रियली व्हाट मैटर्स। थैंक यू।
Thank you. Okay, thank you, Mr. Saurabh, for giving your views. And Mr. Saurabh says that education is required and we have to educate, as well as change is required and we have to be a positive change. Thank you very much, Mr. Saurabh. Now I would
Thank
like
you.
to invite my next youth guest. Now she's a youth guest because she is still studying, Miss Shibana Banu Abdul Kani. Miss Shibana Banu Abdul Kani is doing her BA English Literature at Al Azhar College of Arts and Science, Idukki, Kerala. Welcome, Miss Shibana Banu Abdul Kani on our show. Miss Shibana, you have heard all panelists, all very, very senior panelists, right from Dr. Rukhsana Hassan, Miss Urvashi Mittal, Miss Parul Jindal, Miss Archana Kumar, Mr. Sumit Pal Sharma, Mr. Saurav, and they have given their views. Now, you are being a student yourself, and we can see the hearts lying, are hanging in your background. And definitely you might be coming across with this Valentine Day, where we are meeting, you are talking with your girlfriends or the boys, whosoever, or the family. Now, we would like to know your views on Valentine Day in India. Miss Shibana Banu Abdul Kani, please.
I'm audible, sir.
Yes, please.
A pleasant good morning to all. I'm Shibana Banu Abdul Ghani. I'm pursuing my UG program at Al Azhar College of Art and Science, Torubla, Kerala. First of all, wishing you a happy Valentine's Day to all. I extend my sincere gratitude and appreciation to Lal Goel sir for giving me such an opportunity. I'm happy to be part of this. Let's go to the topic, Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is the international festival that celebrates the feelings of love. Valentine's Day is also known as Saint Valentine's Day, celebrated on Feb 14. Year on year, this event started as a Christian feast day to honor the Christian martyr. Saint Valentine's Day is celebrated each year on the 14th February and marks the death anniversary of one of the Christian legends, Saint Valentine. Over a while, this day became a religious, cultural, and romantic event to celebrate love in many cultures and geographies of the world. Valentine's Day is the best time to wish your dear ones and strengthen the bond of love. Valentine is said to be the day for showing love, warmness, and care towards our friends, family, relatives, etc. It is generally acknowledged as a day for communicating love. On this day, individual trade cards, gifts, and roses and different images for advising their sentiments to their friends and family. Nowadays, technologies has come along, then no more we send cards, greeting post. Communication is today fast and almost instant. In most first world countries, Feb 14th is considered a national holiday. Valentine's Day has specially come to become a part made for lovers. Even in media, Valentine is portrayed as a day meant for lovers. It is not like that. Valentine is not only for lovers. Valentine's has much larger appeal. It is a day express the love and that love that for everyone, not especially for lovers. Valentine's Day celebration is celebrating in India is still not accepted by wholeheartedly by everyone. Hindu and Muslim fundamentalists are still nagging to stop the Valentine's Day celebration in India. The celebrations of Valentine's Day in India is against our culture and civilization. Shiv Sena and many other Mongolist groups religiously arrange for the shutdown of against Valentine's Day celebrations in India. They ban Valentine's Day cards and warn people against Valentine's Day celebration. But these activities indirectly help people to know about Valentine's Day and Saint Valentine's only. Those who are never hear of Valentine's are now aware of Valentine's Day through this media conference. In India now become increasingly popular, especially among young peoples. The Indian tradition of love, expression of love are quite different rather than the Western world. But Valentine has shown slowly become a part of Indian culture nowadays, especially in urban society. There are very few people on earth who are not struck by the Cupid at least once in their lives. Falling in love is one of the best and most treasured experience in human life. Love is most universal emotion which does not require any language to express. Those who deny these feelings and emotions of life experience, emotions are mere machines, and they are perhaps deprived of best experience of life. Though one can fall in love and get struck by Cupid at any age, there is no any age limit or in any time. There are some occasions when people fall in love invariably. Valentine's is one such day when the whole world joins hand with Cupid to make you fall in love. In India, Valentine's Day is gaining popularity among youth lovers in the country, but also it has been utterly opposed by various traditionalists. They consider it is as a threat to values and culture of their society. Some individuals also preserve it as a slavery mentality of masses for Western influence. According to them, it is only highlighting the economic disparity in society and creates a grudge among the urban and rural classes of the society. India is the original land for love. Our sculpture, our literature, our history, as well as mythologies are filled with timeless love stories. In India, our religion and culture teach spiritual love and sacrifice, where sacrifice for love for the sake of greater cause is always glorified one hand and other hand. And so it is not justified that Valentine is unknown to all our culture. India is a dependent country with democratic setup, and in this country, we are free to do whatever we want unless until we are breaking law or causing trouble to someone. If few people are having the problem with the young generation celebrating Valentine's Day, then we all have rights to oppose it, but within the limits of the law. Love is an eternal feeling, and for celebrating this love, Valentine is made. The spring season falls in February. It brings joys to every faces. The mixture of fresh breeze air with love refill the joy of celebrating Valentine's Day. I mean, love has pros and cons. I am a literature student. I have studied, my chapters are all based on love stories. My literature are like that. Expressions of love is truly a part of Indian culture, but the celebration of Valentine's was external to us. Indians are celebrating Valentine's Day after the 1990 centuries. It is being possible only by the influence of TV serials and movies, in which Western culture is displayed with extreme pride. The Bollywood movies are directly influencing teenagers and provoking them to engage in fake ideas of expressions of love. This is all having a bad impact on youth. Valentine is promoting vulgarity, party culture, and sex abuse in teens. It is merely wastage of time and money. Actually, Valentine's Day, we can celebrate it every year. And 365 days are Valentine's Day because we are loving our parents, our family, our relatives, our teachers, everyone. So the 365 days are Valentine's for us. There is no need any specific day to show our love to our favorite people. The people have forgotten the main idea of this day. In reality, Valentine is mainly associated with marriage. They are thinking, but it does not mean you can change your Valentine every year like people, especially teenagers, are doing these days. They keep searching for new partners for every Valentine's Day. The idea of true love has been destroyed. By this new trend, couples are more inclined to love marriage even without the consent of their parents. Couples run away from their home with their lovers, but what happens after that? They both live a life of misery. If the peoples get to find, the parents get to find them, the girl's relative murder the boy or the boy's relative kill the girl. Both parties go to the court and jail. But love destroyed two families. It made their life worse than hell. What's the use of taking such hardship on themselves? Parents are more worried about their children's marriage. We should never forget that struggle and hardship of our parents that they have beared in our...
Please be brief.
Yes, sir. Okay, sure. In the love of new partner, we should never forget the unconditional love that our parents have given us. Actually, I can say one example. When a boy proposes a girl, suppose she's rejected, he poured acid on her face. This is called love? No. This is a crime because that girl's face has been burned and her future has gone. She had to stay in house. Her life was destroyed by that boy. That is not love. Love is another name of trust and respect. And I strongly believe is that our parents' love is pure and it is for lifetime till our death. They love us. They love unconditionally. So everyone have to, instead of wasting time making a fake love which has no ground in reality, the young boys and girls should focus on their academic achievements and their careers. Thank you, Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, Ms. Shivana Banu. I have given you more time because we wanted to hear the views of the youngster today as a student. And she has mentioned very, very clearly that love is a very, very spiritual thing, a thing which eternal thing. One should, but never misuse the love which she has mentioned. Thank you very much. Paucity of time, so I will not be able to summarize now. But my question goes to Dr. Rukhsana Hassan. Dr. Rukhsana Hassan, as our panelists were mentioning, and we have seen also, do you think schools, we should accept it that the Valentine Day is being celebrated in India? Why not school teachers give a proper schooling or give education to the students what is Valentine's Day, their history, and how to celebrate and how not to celebrate? Then only we will be able to control these types of abnormalities which we are seeing in the society. What is your view as an educator, Dr. Rukhsana Hassan?
Yes, thank you. See, this day which had many controversies, argument, protest, disagreements, now finally into the panel discussion of adopting, accepting, and expressing. So it took such a long time for one of the political party which had started with the name of Pink Chaddi, and that was the kind of protest what they were doing. And now finally many of the youngsters and adults like us have understood if we don't talk, the disasters will be more. And I don't think so any of the schools will come up with this topic and accepting it, that we have to talk about it in the school. So better than schools, I suggest that at home, charity begins at home, education begins at home. The parents should start talking. Because the moment they start talking in school, the parent will have a lot of objection. Why is it you're talking all these things to my child? My child doesn't know about it. Whereas we parents forget that our children are learning much more what we are not showing. As Saurabh said, you keep a chocolate, don't give, the attraction goes there. Okay. So that's it.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Rukhsana Hassan. Now my question goes to Ms. Urvashi Mittal. Yeah. Ms. Urvashi Mittal, do you think our Indian culture is so weak that we can be bulldozed by some festival like Valentine Day or any other thing? Is our Indian culture is weak, or those who claim themselves as the custodian of Indian culture, they want to create a fear phobia in the public so that they will control their mentality, and that's why they are opposing and they are heckling like they have heckled Ms. Parul also, and they are heckling today, and we are going to get the reports by evening how much heckling we are doing. What is your view, Ms. Urvashi Mittal?
Sir, you gave the answer also by yourself. I'm absolutely of the same viewpoint. We are definitely not so weak. And again, we are unnecessarily giving it that much of weightage. And this is not to be taken in school, obviously, as Rukhsana ji said, because then unnecessarily we'll be attaching it so much of importance. But it's basically for us to do away with this mindset that it is only for the people who are in love with each other. It is for everyone, broaden the scope. It's come much ahead, how it started. So one must live in present. So this is our present. And, sir, every coin has both the sides. Someone has said, all the school of thoughts will coexist. You don't believe in it, don't celebrate. You believe in it, celebrate. Stick to your budget. Even on a Diwali, people can overspend. So basically, this is a free word, modern word. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Thank you very much, Ms. Urvashi. Now my question goes to Ms. Parul Jindal. Ms. Parul Jindal, those goons who heckled you or they are heckling, are they not eating Maggi, pizza, burger, or they are only eating rotis and rice and dal. They are or khichdis. They are not eating this Western food. These are not our Indian culture food. Why our society is not telling them? As one of the panelists says that those goons might be wearing the jean and shirt and pant. They are not wearing those dhoti and janeu and all those things which our Indian Hindu culture says. Why you being a leader in your society, and I know that how close you are with the present government, why you are not making a point? Why, if we can eat pizza, we can eat all those things, should also celebrate Valentine's Day. What is the problem, Miss Parul Jinder?
Actually, ये जो मैं आपको बता रही थी ना बात हैकलिंग वाली, ये 19 साल पहले की थी, 19 years before. I think day by day ये थोड़ा सा कम होता जा रहा है. They are eating pizza, they are eating burgers, they are eating everything and they are wearing धोती कुर्ता, सब करते हैं, लेकिन एक संस्कृति वो याद दिलाते हैं कि वैलेंटाइंस डे हमारी संस्कृति में नहीं है. उन लोगों को थोड़ा सा एक्सेप्ट करने में, अडॉप्ट करने में थोड़ा सा टाइम लगेगा. मुझे लगता है वो थोड़ा थोड़ा धीरे धीरे एक्सेप्ट कर रहे हैं कि वैलेंटाइन डे इज नॉट अ बैड थिंग. दिस इज ऑल अबाउट लव, दिस इज ऑल अबाउट केयरिंग फॉर समवन. मतलब दैट्स इट. मतलब मुझे लग रहा है कि they are accepting this.
पारुल जी, मैं आपकी बात से सहमत हूँ, लेकिन किसी भी लड़की या औरत को हैकल करना, ये हमारी कोई सभ्यता, हमारा कोई धर्म नहीं सिखाता है. अगर हम इस तरह का करते हैं, कोई भी करता है, वो इससे ज्यादा शर्मनाक चीज नहीं हो सकती. चाहे वो लड़की हिंदू हो, मुसलमान हो, क्रिश्चियन हो, सिख हो, हमारे लिए सब लड़कियां लड़कियां हैं. हमारे लिए वो पूजनीय हैं. ये गलत चीज है जो परंपरा
हुई. मैं आपकी बात से बिल्कुल सहमत हूँ.
जी जी.
आजकल जो हिजाब वाला भी केस चल रहा है, मतलब ठीक है, वो उनका अपना एक संस्कृति है मुस्लिम्स में, अगर वो पहन रहे तो हम, लेकिन एक स्कूल में जो यूनिफॉर्म होती है, they should wear that.
नहीं पारुल जी, वो थोड़ा सा सब्जेक्ट दूसरा, मैं अभी डिस्कस नहीं करना चाहूंगा. हम कल कर चुके हैं इस पे, और मैं अगर आप उसमें कहेंगे तो मैं बहुत कुछ बता भी सकता हूँ, लेकिन वो सब्जेक्ट नहीं. आज हम वैलेंटाइन डे बना रहे हैं, उसके बाद मैं आपसे बता सकता हूँ. नाउ मेरा क्वेश्चन है मिस्टर सुमित पाल शर्मा से. माय क्वेश्चन गोज टू यू, मिस्टर सुमित पाल शर्मा. वी फील प्राउड when we say, see USA celebrating our this day, UK is celebrating, Burj Khalifa in UAE is celebrating Independence Day of India. We always feel proud, and our media is gaga. Our political leaders are also taking proud and mentioning, see, we are so strong now. We have been, we are accepted, and we are opposing their culture in our country. Why this dual why we are adopting this type of dual theories? If you want your celebrations abroad, if you want your cultures to be adopted there, if you want use soft power to, see, this is a weakness of us, that we are not using the soft power which we should use to promote our culture abroad. But still, whether we promote or not, our culture is going, because it's a, like Urvashi ji says, it's a globalization. So whatsoever we are getting from here, they are also getting from us. My point is, why we have that resistance? Is it a political or it's a social issue? Mr. Sumit Pal Sharma, please.
There's a very simple answer. When we think that our puny selves are bigger than the whole world, we are living in a fool's paradise. As I said, Aham Brahmanasmi, the basic essence of everything is the same. So you pick out the good from everybody, you give the good to everybody, and nobody is better than the other. So let's get off our horses. Everything was happening before, everything will happen again. Okay. If somebody sings, and if others believe that because of some XYZ it's happening, that's we living in a fool's paradise. We have to have acceptance, and we have to get down from this high horse that we're riding on, where we believe that we are better than the rest. We are equal, neither less nor more.
Okay, thank you very much. Now my question goes to Mr. Saurabh. Mr. Saurabh, as one of the panelists mentioned about the media, do you think media is not playing a positive role? They should also play a positive role. They must give the real facts instead of showing only those things which are creating a negative impact about the Valentine's Day in India. Mr. Saurabh, please.
I would say media is the only thing जो कि एक पॉजिटिव चेंज ला सकती है, बिकॉज जो कुछ भी हम कवर कर रहे हैं, जो कुछ भी हम कैप्चर कर रहे हैं एज अ मीडिया, वही लोगों तक पहुंच रहा है, और कहीं ना कहीं सबकॉन्शियसली अगेन दैट विल इम्पैक्टिंग अवर माइंड कि मीडिया ने आज ये कवर किया है, इसके पीछे का रीजन क्या हो सकता है। हाँ, इसके अंदर वी आर ऑल्सो मेड कॉन्ट्रोवर्सीज, ये चीज दिखानी चाहिए थी वो नहीं दिखाया, बेफालतू की चीजें दिखा रहे हैं।
Okay. Okay.
I really thank to social media, Facebook and all, Instagram, because there are many influencers also who are running their media channels, and वो बहुत पॉजिटिव चीजें दिखाते हैं। इट्स नॉट लाइक जो चीजें चाहते हैं लोग वो देख रहे हैं, या फिर जो दिखाना चाहते हैं सिर्फ वो देख रहे हैं, बट जो रियलिटी है उसको शो कर रहे हैं। और ऐसे बहुत सारे मीडिया चैनल्स हैं। सो मीडिया इज अ वेरी पावरफुल टूल, whether
Okay.
it's on social media or on the news channels or whatever the platform is, ये चीज बहुत अच्छी कर सकती है अगर मीडिया के अंदर भी इसके, फॉर एग्जांपल, फॉर जैसे कि हम यहाँ पे आज डिस्कशन
Okay, we are short of time. Thank you very much, Mr. Saurabh. Now, my last thing to Miss Shibana Banu Abdul Kani. Although I always give privilege to the seniors to give the message, what message you want to give as a youth to the adults about the Valentine's Day in India?
Sir, Valentine's Day is not wrong thing, but it's good for our culture also. Actually, we are using foreign products, food, everything. But why we are not adapting their culture? Valentine's Day is celebrated for everyone, family, relative, friends, everyone. It's not for only for lovers. That I'm strongly believe that Valentine's is good for everyone. I'm not accusing that it's wrong thing. We have not to do that. Actually, a main problem is that the people they are not everyone are not literate, so they don't have any idea of that. What is that? That how can we suppose I can say now when I was 5, I don't know what is Valentine's Day, but now this generation 3 years old child knows what is Valentine's Day. Then one boy and girl and kissing, I saw that video, I was shocked. I don't know how to react that.
Okay. Okay.
Thank
So
you,
thank you very much, Ms. Shibana Banu. So viewers, you have seen today that everyone, all our expert panelists have mentioned that Valentine's Day is for the love. We must accept it. And we should not go only for those things which we are creating. We are heckling the girls or the boys, youngsters. After all, we should understand it's a message for love. And when it's a matter of globalization, when our culture, our festivals, our foods are going everywhere, why? And we are accepting their food also for our convenience, because a Maggie 2 minutes thing. So everybody is, all adults who doesn't want to work, so they will just say 2 minutes, make the Maggie. When we can do this, why we are blaming Western culture again and again? We must understand, after all, Valentine's Day is not bad. And as Miss Shibana mentioned about the young age, 2 or 3 years or 4 years, I can tell you today morning, I was talking to my daughter in USA, and my grandson who's 4 years, in his school, they mentioned about the Valentine's Day, which I was asking Dr. Ruxana, and I want that India should train them. And when he came back, he was saying, Mom, I want a heart. So she says, but why? Well, no, you have a dress. I also want it. So my daughter said, but my heart is with you. Well, show me where it is. Now, these are the things which now once the child will understand at the very beginning what is Valentine, they are not going to misuse it. They will not misuse, because we must give respect to our children. They are highly intelligent. Only things they require few guidance, which I am sure if that we will change ourselves bit, we can do it. Thank you very much. And today's program has been live telecasted by V4 News, Karu News, V4 Stream, Malnadu TV India, News Gaon se, Samvad Sarocar News, Bharat Post News, Gyan, as well as was shown live on Facebook and YouTube. And our endeavor to bring to you every day new topic in media conference with Lal Goel at 10:30. And tomorrow our topic is socio-economic empowerment. And our panelist are Professor Dr. Sudhir Saran. He is the former visiting professor IIM Lucknow and University of Texas at Dallas, USA. He is the senior director of Don Bosco Group, Bengaluru. He is the founder of Dr. Sharan Consultancy, California, USA. Dr. R.K. Arya is
His signal froze now.
Signal lost.
Doesn't matter. It was almost done.
Yeah.
It's a
Hello,
lovely
Michelle.
meeting you all.
Same here.
Thank you,
सुमित
Sarah.
जी, आप तो बहुत ज्यादा जानकार लगते
Thank-
हैं उधर उसके.
कौन बोला? कौन
I'm
बोल रहा
talking about you.
है? अच्छा, आप बोल रही है. नहीं, मैं बस थोड़ा बहुत I got lucky that I got to read all this and got inclined towards Swami
Great.
Vivekananda and Ramakrishna Paramahansa. That makes me put everything in a perspective.
So now we are all here, and yeah, we should leave. And lovely meeting you all again.
Pleasure,
Happy
pleasure,
Valentine's
ma'am.
Day. Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you, Sarah, ma'am.
Bye.
Lalji, you are not here, but thank you. Okay, Parul. Yeah.